situation like this to recruit when there's so much uncertainty right now?
I think it's important that you have a relationship with your kids, you know, and you prepare them the entire way. I think you have to have a true sense of honesty with your kids. I've been honest with my kids the entire way. I've been honest with the kids that I'm recruiting. You know, once they committed, you know, we knew what the situation was going into the season, and you have to be fair to the kids. So you have to also encourage them to make the best decision for them, and why you truly believe this is the best decision for them. And it's a tough situation with everybody. You can't be selfish. You got to understand where they are, their families, their future, their goals, their dreams, and give them opportunity to make the best decision for them. So my guys are locked and loaded. I feel my guys are strongly committed to Arizona State and what the school offers, what the administration offers, and their love for the team. So I think my guys are pretty solid in that regard.
In regards to their questions about who the next coach might be, do you just tell them just to sit tight and wait, or I mean, what kind of guidance?
I address the same rumors that you guys hear, and address the same thing behind closed doors. You know, when I stand in front of the media, I'm say the same thing you're gonna say, right? We have no idea who it's gonna be, but behind closed doors, we all have an idea who that guy is, and I talk to him about that, and prep him for what's expected, and then I also, you know, talk to him if it doesn't go in that direction. You know, my situation here, I talk to him about my situation and me having the opportunity to coach and me having the opportunity to stay and hopefully I have that opportunity, and what does that mean to them? So and then pretty much I ask questions, and I ask the families questions and the kids questions of what's important to them, and move forward from there.
What type of guy is Billy Napier to work with?
Billy's he's consistent. You know, Billy's a smart guy. You know, he's been around ball his entire life. His dad was a ball coach. You know, his dad was very instrumental in his development and desire to be a coach. And he's been around the game. So he's a player coach and he's an X and O guy, which is rare. You know, a lot of times you have a guy that's just all about the X's and O's and don't get the kids and don't relate well to the kids, but he's balanced in both regards, and that's why he has a bright future in the business.
Yeah, I think it was Kyle Williams who said that he had like some type of genius about him, like just like a look. Is that something you noticed about him? Like,
yeah,
is that
I don't
just
know about
a look,
genius. It's a little bit much, you know. We're football coaches, okay? Not geniuses by any means. Other than Jimbo. Jimbo is a genius. Jimbo is the exception. Yes, but the rest of us are just ball coaches. No, Billy's found it. He gets it. He gets both sides of it. He gets the coaching side of it. He gets the discipline, but he also understands they're kids and they're gonna make mistakes, you know, and love them through it. So he's consistent every day, which is important for kids.
You mentioned that if you had an opportunity, you would welcome coming back here next year.
Without a question. I mean, we're all in the business of coaching ball and loving kids, and we all have, you know, done a good job here. So there's opportunities that come our way. There's calls. There's all of those things. But if with everything even, with everything equal, have an opportunity to remain here, to provide stability for my kids, you know, to keep this group together. It's a few. What I tell people, if you look in the Pac-12, usually Pac-12 is won by an older group. You know, the way that I think the things that we did this year and having a lot of talent coming back on both sides of the ball gives us a great opportunity for next year. So, you know, I made a commitment to the kids. I don't take that lightly. When I sit in a parent's home and I look them in their eyes and I tell them, you know, my plans and I want to be here to coach your kid. I don't like to bring a kid here, a kid that came here because of me, and then I turn around and leave in a year or two. So with everything equal, you know, I would like to have an opportunity to be here to coach those kids, but also have a family, and Team Simon comes before any team. So as long as things are great for my family, the situation is right for my family, I would love to have the opportunity.
And how hard is it as a coach to keep players motivated for a bowl game when there's so much stuff?
Well, they only hear it from the media. You know, when we're inside the locker room, it's just all ball. No, just honestly, It's football, man. If you've played football as a coach, which we all have, we've all been through this, you know. And the one thing our kids are prepared for is prepare for change. They've had a lot of change. May not have had the head coach change, but these kids have had a lot of change here, and they understand that the next day the sun is going to come up, the ball is going to roll out there, and the whistle's going to blow. You know, and they all have individual goals, and I just try to remind them to stay focused on your individual goals. You know, when I fell in love with football, it wasn't because of Arizona State, it wasn't because of Ty Graham. Every kid and every person that fell in love with football, it wasn't because of that. So you have to come out and still be reminded of why you play the game. And Coach Graham is instrumental, and he's setting a great example for that. If anybody's setting that example, that's Ty Graham. And because what is he doing? He's not moping. He didn't pack it up and roll out. No, he's volunteering to coach the ball game. He's here every day at practice with those kids. So that's the same thing. He's modeling our behavior, what we should be doing, picking up and on to the next day.
You guys seemingly progressed as a staff throughout the season. How did you see that taking place game by game? Like, what are some of the things you noticed?
Well, that's tough now when you have transition, you know, because when you've been around a team, you kind of know kids' buttons, how to motivate a kid, how to encourage a kid, how to challenge a kid. You know what the kids respond to. You know what the kids' strengths are, what their weaknesses are, regardless of what you see in practice. You know their character. You know all the things that are important. And as you have new guys come in, they have to learn those things all over again. That takes time. It doesn't happen overnight, you know, because they're going to come in, they're going to be overly excited about a guy. And you know you've coached that guy and you've seen that guy. We've been here a couple of years. You've seen that guy, and you know exactly what he is. So that's part of it. You see what I'm saying? So when you have a new staff like that, especially on both sides of the ball, you're gonna have that. Hell to the Redskins. Hell to the Redskins.
That's what cursed us with our job.
Back to the Ty Graham question. Let's go back.
He told us had he known you played for the Redskins, he would have hired you.
Yeah, that's he's a closet Redskins fan. You have a lot of those. Trust me, that's the first thing. When he called me, the first thing he said, he's like, "Listen now, I saw how you played against my Cowboys, and I want you to get my running backs to play the way that you played running back with the Redskins against the Cowboys." That was the conversation that I recall when he called me. But you know, we'll go with his story. Whatever. Never let the truth get in the way of a good story. So.
DJ Calhoun mentioned that he's trying to make a little bit of a push to see some time at fullback in the bowl game. Is that something that's on the radar? Is he maybe?
Oh, that's DJ Calhoun and all the other linebackers. Okay, he's just the only one to put it out there on Twitter. But if you ask any of the linebackers, you know, would they like to play running back, they will all tell you yes. Okay, so I get that every day from DJ and about 4 other guys over there that played running back in high school, and they're ready to tote the pill. Okay.
You mentioned that there was actually a package out there. I mean, with the bowl game kind of maybe being a little.
No. There's a packet, not a package. There's a packet with his name on it that talks about fullback play if he wants to study it. But there's not a package. There's a packet.
So is there any chance we might see a little something in the bag of tricks?
Yeah, I don't think so. But it's a bowl game, you know. Who knows? I don't know.
Send him out in his last game with a little.
Yeah, that would be nice. So I don't know. I mean, anything is possible at this point. It's early. We have to start preparing or even looking at the film of who we're gonna play. So we'll see. Hopefully, it gets to that.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.